right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 4, Episode 22. All right.
And oh boy.
Kira has revealed his stand.
Yeah. And he has revealed himself.
To Shigechi only, though.
Shigechi's in trouble.
Shigechi needs to run and dispose of some harvest little guys.
Shigechi
as distractions as soon as possible.
He needs to use that Joestar secret technique because he's in trouble.
Yeah, and this stand is called Killer Queen.
Yeah.
This stand has potentially some busted powers, not just on the standpoint of that, he hasn't been discovered all this time, but also the fact that they've been kind of
from a meta perspective,
building up to the idea that this guy is legit. And they had that whole line a long time ago of there's even the possibility that they could create stands stronger than even the world.
Right.
And it's like,
and the fact that if you think about the stand users we have for the good guys, the lineup, it's kind of weighted, shall we say. So if they're going to have just one person that is supposed to be Zibado guy. Yeah.
Their stand has to be really strong. Really strong.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
And do you think Shigechi's going to die, though?
Shigechi could die. But the thing is that I feel like... Oh, man. I just feel like that would suck if he was basically, introduced, 3 episodes ago? 2 episodes ago? And it's just and now he's dead.
Right, now it's just, okay, you're gone. Yep.
It would dramatically shift, I would say, the story as a whole.
Definitely.
But if they wanted to have it be where, I gotta chase you,
then they have a reason to chase you.
Yeah, and it could be a thing of where, he gets, at the very least he doesn't die here. Maybe he at the very least starts a chase.
Right.
And or his stand, or maybe the stand has something that doesn't just necessarily provide a way to kill someone, but something that could keep his identity secret.
Sure.
Because the thing is that as well.
Right. Because with how JoJo's has gone leading up to this point, stand battles usually go pretty formulaically, even if how they get there is very new. So how do we make it so that Kira really seems like more of a threat than all the other stand users beyond just how he's been built up in previous episodes?
Well, what his stand can do.
Exactly.
That's the simple thing. And
we're
going to see that here at the very least. We might not know exactly what happens because that's JoJo's for you.
Right.
But we're probably going to see something cool. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh.
Yeah.
It's such a cool look, too.
It is. It's like a muscly Mewtwo without a tail.
Yeah. Whoa! 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 I'll cut your whatchamacallit artery or whatever.
Wow. Carotid, yes.
Oh.
Making all these assumptions.
No, doesn't that sound a little bit like a stand we're very familiar with, Jacob?
Oh, yeah.
Star Platinum. Oh crap! Everything that's touching it, everything that it touches. Oh crap! Run! Oh my god! Oh wow! Well,
all right. Bye, Shigechi.
Bye, Shigechi.
Like, I hope at this point that they don't do something where Josuke comes up and it's just like, oh, as he's bleeding out, you know.
No, I think
that like that should be an insta kill right there.
No, I think it's the perfect antithesis to Crazy Diamond, because Crazy Diamond repairs thing from their
and this just
disintegrates them, basically, you know.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! But wait, if it can touch, and if it turn anything it touches into a bomb, like literally anything.
That means like if it touches you, you're dead.
Yeah, if you touch it, yeah.
Yep. Chase yo.
Oh, imagine this thing chasing you. Anything it throws at you, anything it touches in the environment.
Who's to say it's them chasing it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like, that's actually terrifying. Because another thing we don't really know is how long ago did he have to touch it? Like, how recently?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, does he have a special kind of vision where he can see everything that he's touched that is a bomb?
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. But that was part 1, so we're still going here. Oh my god. What kind of remains are there? Oh, he's...
Okay, hold on.
What? He
should just be dead.
Oh!
Yeah, he should just be dead then, right?
Oh my god. Oh, no. Oh, that's so creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa! Nice! And he's gone!
Okay.
Oh my god, Shigechi! Shigechi, go!
Oh no, he's still there. Brilliant.
That is genius, Shigechi. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. What the hell? He's bleeding.
Yeah, like.
Wow.
No way. No way. No.
What? Oh my god!
And no trace?
Wow!
Holy
wow!
Crap. Holy crap!
Oh my god!
Did he get a button from? He got a button from his coat.
From his yeah. From his suit, yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Nice. And if you can recreate from the same thing, it's a tracking device then for finding. Oh. Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, and she can see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
That's like the end of part 3, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. Dang.
Oh boy.
The squad is here. Check it out.
All of them.
This is so awesome. Look at this. Like Avengers assemble.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh,
and with those drawings of his parents, or
oh, those might have been his parents. Yeah.
学校の中から死体をどうにかして隠しちまったんだ。どうやらジョータロウ、相手がスタンド使いってことが分かったのなら、わしらも動かねばならんようじゃの。
Ah, all right.
ボタンを拾ったらしいな。シゲチの遺言だな。ひょっとすると犯人が着ているものからハーベストが引きちぎってきたのかもしれない。
Oh, it's so awesome.
ボタン預からしてくれ。
Sure, find everything out you can before you have Crazy Diamond.
Sure.
Fix it.
Oh. Yeah, he doesn't understand these kinds of emotions. He's never felt this way. Oh, and his dad, yeah. Right. Yeah. Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a simple guy. He's like, I don't know how to do with this. I don't know how to deal with this. Nice.
Wow. That was a shot.
That was cool. All right, but what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Oh, whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
先週の金曜日誕生日だったでしょ。私が付き合ってる男ったらさ、プレゼントにこんなダサい指輪をくれんのよ。見てよ、いらないわよこれ。嬉しいキャーって一応演技しといたけどさ、質に入れてお金に換えるわ。
What?
私のこの美しい指に似合わないもん。
心は醜いが。
$1,500.
What a beautiful hand.
Yeah.
この私のところに来れば清い心で付き。
Oh.
君とはここまでだ。
Oh wow, he can just dispose of them like that.
Wow.
Holy crap. That color scheme too.
Oh.
It's hard to believe that was just the first half of the episode.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's how easy it was. The sandwich place, yeah. This is cool. I like the internal consistencies of this town, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
こんにちは、翔太郎さん。その後何か分かりました？その例の殺人犯のボタンのこととか。
いや、別に。
行かれるんですか？
いや、別にその辺だな。
はあ。
Wait.
参ったな。無口な人だから通う。
Yeah, he's not a very.
コート素敵ですね。
この店、靴屋のようだが。
はあ、靴屋さんですよ。どうかしましたか？
森尾町近くの洋服屋は全て聞いたが、こういったところには聞き込みを見落としていたぜ。
Oh, gotcha.
食べっ子動物一つどう
Weirdo.
I used to be the same way.
Oh, wow.
でも見覚えがないも何もさ。そのボタンの服なら
Oh, no way.
Wow.
What?
同じボタンでしょ。
翔太郎さん。
やれやれだ。見つけたぞ、光一くん。
見つけた？
いえ。それよりどんな客でしたか？名前わかります？
それよりも服の襟のところに注文の札がついてましてね。
So did you actually remember?
何百人だろうとね。
Why are they just drawing this out? Kira. Oh my god! Oh my god! What?
こっちを見ろ。
なんだ？私の手が！
こっちを見ろ。
Wait.
翔太郎さん。
Ha.
気をつけろ、光一くん。それ以上近く。
So it's not his. Oh!
奴のスタンドか。
奴がいる！上着を持っていかれる！
まさかどこかでなくしたとばかり思っていた上着のボタンを調べてる者がいると。しかし消えてもらう。我がキラークイーン。
Secondary bomb.
シゲチとかいう。
Oh, oh, oh crap, that's a bomb.
Yeah.
また動いてる。
Oh. It's ticking.
このスタンド。
So it doesn't. This one doesn't blow up immediately?
何かやばい。
Okay. 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 So we gotta fight now.
Maybe.
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 Or chase.
Something. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh my god, this just went super linear.
I thought
like,
it would
really
be like,
quickly.
all right, now we have to investigate and...
Right, and it's gonna
No.
take some time.
Yeah,
and we'll have
exactly,
To do some,
right.
Like, you know, whatever. We could
But-
like maybe use Joseph's freaking Hermit Purple.
Hermit Purple, yeah.
We could like use Crazy Diamond.
Right.
We could do
And the
some
reason they didn't do those
cons-
is because they had something else they were going to do that would cause stuff to happen much faster.
Right, like look for like fingerprints on the like partial fingerprints.
Well, at
Contact the
first I-
Speedwagon Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At first
stuff
I
like
thought
that.
the design was blood.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's just
not.
the design.
It's just the design, yeah. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I would die to find out. Ooh, I want you, I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I would die to find out.
Wow.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Well, this is a doozy.
All right.
This is a doozy. They drew
Yeah.
out the Shigechi death.
They
to
made us-
almost,
yeah.
to almost like JoJo levels of bizarre.
Right.
But Shigechi still died.
But and I like that actually
Wow.
because it's basically doing the reversal of like Shigechi's gonna die. No, don't worry. This is JoJo's. People don't die. No, people die now. Like, oh boy, this guy.
no.
No.
We had people killed in part
yeah.
3.
Yes. Yes.
Like,
right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. But
Kakyoin got, as Rob had
and-
it in the edit,
and friggin'
Kakyoin
Iggy-
got donuted, you know.
right, and Iggy, but then there were also the Polnareffs where it's the how is this person still alive, but no, all right.
Okay. So here's the crazy thing about this new stand, Killer Queen, is that I think I nailed it like directly on the head, is that the really terrifying thing about Killer Queen is not that anything the stand touches turns into a bomb. It's that there might not be a time limit on how long the thing that Killer Queen touched can be detonated later.
Yeah.
Like there's no time limit on that. because the whole Killer Queen has already touched that doorknob. It's
you
like,
are already dead.
it's omae wa mushinderu, but it's like, yo, it's not just like things that they like touched within the last like 10 seconds or 10 minutes.
It could be theoretically.
Oh, come on.
Know, but
why?
But
I think they're basically saying you're not supposed to think about how long ago it was. It could be any length of time. The idea is that Kira's been in this town for a long time, right? So obviously he's been like, yeah, I've been having a good time in this town.
And if he so much as shakes your hand, you're dead.
You could be dead at any point later.
That's
terrifying to think of. Like on some level, maybe this is part of the genius aspect of this part is that Kira's been, like walking around in the background and stuff.
Right.
But maybe we're supposed to make sure that we take note of those places where he was.
Although the one thing that is a distinction now that I think about it, shaking your hand with Kira wouldn't be a problem because it's not what Kira touches, it's what Killer Queen touches.
Yes,
that's what true. Can explode. So
that means
stand users are fairly safe because if it's happening,
they'll see the stand.
They'll see the stand, right?
Yeah. Regular people though, they'll have no idea that they've been touched or that things in the environment have been touched because stands don't leave an impression that they've been somewhere.
Yeah, they don't have to.
Well, they don't have to at all, so they probably won't.
Exactly. And the thing is that he could turn people into bombs. Like, he could touch someone while they're sleeping. He could do whatever. Like, oh, man.
It's actually terrifying. The idea that his stand is not necessarily that strong in a fight, though.
Right. Like, the idea that if he's hidden, and he can stay hidden for a long time, theoretically, then, wow.
Right. He is very weak towards an ambush.
Yes.
An ambush.
Like Shigechi could have killed him.
Shigechi could totally have killed him.
Yeah.
He was not prepared for the idea of, you can spawn tons of your stand. Like the idea that he was like, this is all that you're attacking me with. So he instantly decides, okay, I'll just smash these to pieces and I'll be good. Then suddenly 100 of them are soaring him. And he's like,
gotcha.
That's annoying. But then he's realizing, okay, but this kid is kind of stupid. I'll just kind of delay, keep talking, keep him on edge and stuff.
And the thing is, he's so cool and level-headed that he plays the game of, well, with the power of this 100 yen coin, I'll defeat you. And then he's like, crap, get that away from him.
Yep.
Right? Which then makes...
That was clever. Although I really do think that it would have been even more badass for just to just... Well, not that, because that was kind of the thing that they did with the bullets.
But instead, in this case, it'd be an exploding bullet.
Well, no, I'm just being that Shigechi should have died right there. And just have it be a thing of like, yeah. And maybe if anything, if Shigechi has any last little bit of life remaining, it's that Harvest, once Harvest was locking down Killer Queen and Kira, there were other Harvests running around already looking for Josuke and Okuyasu.
Even if you beat Tentacle Powers, did you beat them?
Yeah. So you could have still had the little piece of Harvest, basically the little one run up with the button and then once the explosion happened, just have it and the button drops, and it'd be like, oh my god, Yeah, and also you could have a thing where basically, because the damage is done to a stand, here's another thing that's a really good, interesting thing to bring up, is that are the explosions, because I think of him as kind of like it's almost like he's a Hunter x Hunter transmuter. Like he turns things and he changes their properties basically with his, stand aura or what have you. But if you think about the bombs themselves, are the bombs an aspect of his stand, meaning therefore they are invisible? Meaning that is the explosion actually something that no person would actually be able to see, hear, or interact with unless they were unless they were a stand user?
I think there's different kinds. There's the B explosion bomb, version or whatever that they can see, right? Because that's like a mobile bomb thing that he sends around. But with the coin, Shigechi couldn't see anything about it that was explosive before it exploded.
Okay. To clarify, you're talking about the explosion still. You're not talking about the object, because the guy could not see the object on his shoulder.
Right. He could not see the object. Yeah.
Right. But the explosion being something, whether or not he could see it, wasn't really relevant to that encounter because he was dying. You know, like
right. Well, and I think the explosion people would be able to see because the explosion isn't the stand itself; it's something that the stand causes to happen.
Right. My question is that when stands have some kind of thing that they shoot out or they attack with, is that thing visible via regular people?
Right. I feel like sometimes it is, and sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. Because like with the rat, when it shot the little barbed projectile things, those had the energy and stuff around them that, you know, gave it the impression that this is still part of the stand, kind of.
I think that's an artistic thing.
It could be, but with the button there was actually nothing. You know.
What button?
Not the button, the coin.
The coin.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Because now you know, but then there was the little treads, you know, mobile bomb.
I think that's a separate ability, and that's something we need to talk about. Is that Killer Queen has multiple abilities,
right? Which is.
And they all pertain to bombs and such, which is cool. Then it makes it all within the same theme. But I think they're actually like you were 100% right. I think that the reason why Kira had a little bit of everyone has individual powers based on, you know, their stand or whatever.
Was it's like, that's how it is for regular people?
That's how it is for regular people?
Yeah.
Bitch, please. I've got 5 abilities.
Guess I'm special.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's actually terrifying.
Yep.
Because what I'm guessing here is that this might be a little bit going too deep into it. But there's a possibility that he wasn't shot by the arrow. He's been with his stand for...
Right. Given how long he's been around...
Wait, did they say earlier actually something?
They did, but it was a long time ago. I kind of forget. But because the thing is that what's her face originally had the arrow from part 3.
Right. I'm just wondering if he's been with his stand and had it for like a long time, and basically because of that, he's, you know, cultivated a lot of abilities and stuff. So. Whereas everyone else, at least in the town, they've got, you know, very little mastery over their stands because they've only had theirs for a few.
I don't know if they'll necessarily go into like the reasoning of why his stand is so powerful and, you know, potentially so different from the other people in the town. I mean, like they could, but I think it's just supposed to be like it was, you know, he drew the lucky card, or he was already the evilest of the evil, you know, more than all the other evil people that have come through.
His goals, his things that he was going after required something that was a little bit more complex.
Yeah.
And that's actually a really good point. A lot of the stands that people have correlate to their character motivation.
Yes.
So his being one that needs all these specific kind of things to it, specifically with regards to killing and having it be something that leaves no trace and something that is super versatile and also has just incredible overall power.
And it's prep time is the thing.
Prep time,
being able to have prep time is huge.
Batman.
Because when you have because the thing is the stand users in like part 3, I'm fairly convinced that if it was a battle, you know, he would get destroyed by most of the stand users that we've seen thus far. Right? He's smart, but in a battle he would lose.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it isn't a battle. Right? This isn't the I am here to defeat you for Dio-sama.
This is a murder chase mystery
exactly
thing.
Right. So he can stay in the shadows. He can just, you know, pick them off one by one, you know, however he wants to do it. The fact that he's even in this situation, right, this bad of a situation, is due to an incredible amount of basically luck and
natural ones
just,
that he rolled.
Right, exactly.
Recently,
you know, the DM rolled behind the screen and they're like, well, now you have to deal with all this. And he's like, well, F you too, DM. Fine, I'm gonna.
Yeah, he's like, why am I having to deal with all this crazy stuff right now? It makes
literally no sense. It's like, come on, it was too easy for you. Let's just spice things up a bit. He's like, that's because I was playing perfectly. But
it's like this town has someone in it with like a bad luck stand. It's just like.
Yeah, see, it was actually
causing crazy things to happen.
It was actually all because of you know, the Cinderella stand, Dr. Aya. You know, through like different things that happened, different customers that she helped, and all sorts of stuff.
Gotcha.
Rippling butterfly effect, and it all converged to cause Kira to have this bad day.
Now, here's something that's interesting. We have this whole, we lost a character that was introduced so recently, which wow.
But they made it hurt.
And that's the thing. Like we just had enough time to like him and to get to appreciate like not just the fact that he was a good boy, but that the other characters were not fully like the way I read the whole Okuyasu like needs to leave kind of thing. I think was fairly accurate to what the show is trying to portray. But they went a little bit, I'd say, more into it. The idea that Okuyasu might be split between his emotional response and not know which response is correct. And this is something that is potentially interesting. Is what they're kind of saying is that they didn't get enough time to really know or appreciate even Shigechi before he was gone.
Yep.
Meaning that Okuyasu might not be feeling as much sad because he didn't have as much of a relationship with him at that point.
Sure.
Now, they might have been friends and had some goofy little adventures and stuff.
Right.
But it's that anger of being like, wait, regardless of what a relationship I did have, I could have had a better one if it wasn't for some crazy serial killer to come around and ruin this. And now this kid's dead.
Yep.
And I don't know what to feel here.
Yep. Well, and especially because, like, I mean, Okuyasu has actually dealt with death of loved ones before. His brother, right? In Bado Company. May they rest in peace. But whereas, so maybe that's one of the things that also causes it. Now he's not the most. His emotional IQ is not the highest.
All right.
You know, but the thing is, he's dealt with this before, and when he dealt with it before, it was very clear cut because it was his brother, right?
Sure.
Whereas now it's Shigechi, and it's like, I still care. I still care about this kid, but you know, but it's that thing of like, I'm like, is he angry at the fact that this kid's dead? Is he angry at the fact that he didn't get to know this kid before he died? Is he angry that they don't know who did it? You know, is he sad that he's gone? You know, like he doesn't know what to feel, right? I thought that was great.
Yeah, and they had also the most epic of stand users assemble in JoJo's ever.
Oh yeah, that was
even
so
more
awesome.
so than the Stardust Crusaders.
Yep,
like just numbers alone. Just the idea that they are all members of this town. This is their town, and we have a psycho out there going around, killing people. And now we have 100% confirmation that not only is he still killing, but he killed someone we all have like 1 degree of separation from.
I feel like this was the equivalent of like that part in the Goonies where it's like, this is our time, you know, like, and maybe that's not the
Goonies
best
never
comparison.
Say die.
Yeah, exactly, right. And it's like, he's gone, you know, but we do not hold to that. We aim to misbehave. We're going to catch this guy, you know, and that overhead shot of them all walking in the different directions, like it's Avengers assemble, you know, stand users assemble, and now stand users go to work. Like they're all going off to do their own thing to try and you know.
But a lot of them have the realistic response of like, I don't like Hasumata's like, I don't want to meet this asshole. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yep.
But then you also have, you know, Tonyo and Dr. Aya, who are like, you know, we have businesses to run, but I have to think about my customers, and if you know, if someone like that comes around here, then also, just based on this encounter, I think Jotaro having a little bit of a safe approach here is really good, because if Jotaro is basically the 200 IQ Jobro still, that he's like, I've fought a vampire, you know,
the number of stand users I've fought, and the danger of those stand users is so ridiculous.
But he understands the idea that he doesn't need to be a Polnareff here. He doesn't need to split the party and like jump in and figure out what's going on. He understood that once that guy's hand got blown off, he's like, all right, hold on. I can't save this guy. I can't save this guy.
Yep.
If I had time stopped maybe like 2 seconds ago, maybe we'd be fine. But still, that first strike on this guy could have been me.
Right.
I'm going to grab Koichi and protect him.
Right.
And make sure that he's okay.
Yeah.
First. Then I'm going to ascertain information and start gathering data. And the way that Jotaro gathers data by just basically like just kind of staring and giving like this, you know.
Yeah.
Like what? But he zeroes in on the most like specific of details.
Right.
That I'm like, wow. Like Jotaro, your main strength is not the fact that you can stop time for like a second or whatever.
It's that passive perception of
It's
35.
that passive perception of 30 where it's like, Kira, you're already screwed.
Right.
You already showed me the hendo.
Right.
You are already caught.
I already analyzed his fingerprints just from his hand that was through the open door. Yeah.
But we have like a lot more show to go through. So on the one hand, I want this linear chase, cat and mouse kind of story stuff to keep going.
It's gonna be great.
And the way they ended this, they had it be a, what is it? Yoshikage Kira wants a quiet life.
Yes.
Part 2.
Right.
But this didn't end with a definitive thing to it.
Yeah.
So are Star Platinum and Killer Queen gonna throw hands?
I don't know. And here's the thing. That's the best way to get rid of Star Platinum if you wanted to, because you touch Star Platinum, boom. Star Platinum's a bomb.
Oh, that's a good point.
Also,
do we know that actually Killer Queen touching a stand though turns it into a bomb?
Well, we don't know, because that is a good point that he hasn't interacted with stands before. He hasn't done that before.
Right.
But he did say if it touches anything, and stands
literally anything,
it can turn it into a bomb, and stands can be touched by stands. But at the same time, he's got his arm through a door. What happened if Jotaro just decided to, you know what? Dive forward, stop time for half a second, enough to like help close the distance, and Star Platinum just auras right through the door, knowing where, based on the arm, where the chest is, right?
Yeah, I think part of the problem is that Star Platinum's thing is that he just realized on some level, well, not Star Platinum, but Jotaro realized on some level that in this fight, there's variables that are disconnected from a stand.
Yeah.
As he usually comes to
exactly.
Acquire. No avatar of a person's spirit, force, or whatever is being shown right now. That was a little remote device essentially that did a thing.
Right.
But then there was also the shot that was fired essentially from it. So in some levels he's basically ascertaining what the capabilities of his opponent is and keeping Koichi safe.
Yep. Which is the smart thing to do.
Right. So my thing here is that Jotaro is probably going to play a little bit of the long game and go, "Oh, run. That's great.
I just got so much information on you."
Well, no, I will keep pace with you at around, 150 paces away.
Sure.
And if you make any kind of remote thing to come towards me and stuff, then I'll just,
Well, the terrifying thing is that even if he does that, Kira could kill him so easily. He just touches some things along the way. Jotaro follows him, and then the entire city explodes.
Well, okay, come on. What is the name of this episode, Jacob? Yoshikage Kira wants to live a quiet life.
Yeah.
His motivations has been repeated multiple times.
Yes.
Is that he doesn't want any of this crap. Yep. He doesn't want to fight. He just wants to go and eat dinner with his hands in peace.
That's right.
And that is terrifying. And the thing is that I think that motivation is so high above any kind of other things.
Oh, yeah.
That he will run away without any sort of pride thing saying that he has to, I'm not a man if I don't fight or something.
And as far as motivations for villains, that is a really good one.
It is a really good one.
It's a walking contradiction of the fact that he wants to live a quiet life of killing people, right?
Yes.
Like think about that for a second.
It's so messed up.
Like, oh boy, it makes him so much more than just a serial killer. Like, if it's just like, oh, this villain for this whole part is a serial killer, and
they could have just done with he likes hands.
Right, exactly. He likes hands. There you go. He cuts off hands and keeps them as trophies or something.
But no.
And that's just the shtick. That would have been so uninteresting.
Yeah.
Like I mean, think about that, right? It's like, oh, cool, hands. All right, but hands.
Yeah, who cares?
Right. Who cares about the hando?
Oh.
But then, no, it's not just that. It's that he's like, no, I just want a peaceful life. Just leave me alone, guys. Like, I had a good thing going, of just eating dinner with a disembodied hand, or
and then when that hand starts to stink, then I'll be like, oh, she's not taking care of her
hygiene. Then he just
hygiene.
Thanos snaps and it,
oh, that's
burns
a good point.
away to
It
ash.
is kind of a detonator type motion there.
Yep.
I didn't see anything in his hand though, so I think that's
he just
more
makes the motion.
I think that's the part of the condition then.
Right.
Oh.
They break his thumbs off.
Well, no, that just puts a visual in my mind of basically when they're fighting him, and they see him blow something up, and Jotaro basically sees some kind of motion from the stand that freaks him out, so he time stops, moves to a safe place, and then the thing that he was touching blows up, and he goes, I've deduced your stand's ability. And Kira's like, shit. like, crap. Now I'm going to use a different ability or something.
He's like, fine, you've deduced ability number 1.
Right.
What about 2 through 17? You know?
Right. So the worry is that, okay, maybe you can't kill Jotaro, like, easily.
Because who could? Because, let's be real.
I mean, like you said, he could if Jotaro slips up even the slightest bit.
That's the thing. In a lot of ways, he should have, like, this was just a rough situation where, again, Kira's hand was forced, and he had to act right then, otherwise they would have gotten his name. Because if not, he could have just done a simple thing to set it up so that there was a bomb that would have gone off right next to them, not just the shop owner.
Wait,
you know.
So was Kira in the other room? Or is this actually something where it tells us a little bit more about his stand? In that someone was about to reveal his identity. And suddenly he had a device that was on him that triggered basically like, wee, alarm, someone's about to...
Yeah, you know. Like maybe like, because what originally I thought, and maybe it's a combination of these, I don't know, but what I originally thought is that he touched the name tag.
Oh, right.
And he basically said, and he had some sort of condition where if someone touched the name tag, then was about to speak the name tag, then it would blow up, right?
Sure.
But it seems that it's more like that he just happened to get back right at that moment to see that he was about to do it, and then be like, nope.
Yeah. Okay, we have an extremely powerful stand user in Yoshikage Kira.
Yeah.
And we have Killer Queen with so far 2 pretty crazy, I would say, uses of the idea of turning things into bombs. In some ways, literally deploying a stand mini little on treads, little tank bomb thing, which is just awesome in terms of look with the skull and the, and then just the idea that it doesn't matter how long ago necessarily Killer Queen touched it. Like, it can still be a bomb, which means that on some level, is this either showcasing how intelligent Kira is and that he has to remember?
Sure.
Or on some level, because his stand knows what it's touched, then it basically communicates that via some method to Kira that, hey, by the way, that doorknob is something I touched, a year ago or something.
Sure.
And maybe that's been part of, his thing is that, no, of course he's never going to blow up the town.
Right.
Because he wants a quiet life. But just in case he needs to use anything in the town, that's part of his daily routine, is he just walks around scoping out for women that he can abduct. But on the way, he's touching.
Yep.
He's basically the ultimate, like, germ spreader in that his stand is basically getting its fingers in everything.
Right, and then it's just which bombs does he want to activate and when. Think about that for a second.
That's actually terrifying. On some level, it gives him as many bombs as the plot demands. But in some ways, when you have a person who can stop time or reconstitute a body or just matter from nothing, having some OP busted stands out there that have a little bit vague, applications with regards to, like, limitations and stuff. Hey, it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We're here to have fun. I like, though, that we've got a new combination, though, of JoBros, Koichi and Jotaro. That's a group that we haven't really seen before.
Because, like, Jotaro's so stoic with everything.
Yes!
Like, for a second there, I thought it was one of those, like, wooden doll stands, which, now that I think about it, might have been a stand user that was already defeated.
Yeah, that was Hazamada.
Right. No, yeah, that's right. I thought it was Hazamada, and that
why would he do that, though?
That basically he was trying to lure out the person.
What?
Like, not that Hazamada would do that because it wouldn't be in with Hazamada's character, because
he doesn't care about any of this.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to meet the guy, but like,
right.
But the idea of just like, if you wanted to have it take the form of anybody, having it take the form of Jotaro could potentially be a good idea.
But he doesn't know anything about their abilities or anything.
Right. Exactly. So
if anything, I think this is going to turn the show into a mind games type thing where we know the abilities of everyone, but they don't know the abilities of each other, and they'll have to learn them and kind of poke from a distance with kind of combat before they go all out brawl. Ora, dora, dora, dora.
Well, and that was
even Killer Queen had some kind of an attack rush,
which was brought up again in a different way that was awesome with when they all split up and started leaving. Kira just walks right past Josuke. They don't know it's him.
I don't even think he was trying to spy on them or anything.
No, not
he just
at all.
happened to be there.
No, he just happened to be there, because it's that whole thing of the, I'm dressed up like a serial killer because they look like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, I just had something funny. I have a Snapple here, and it's a Snapple cap. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Killer Queen has already touched this Snapple bottle. Okay.
If they do, I'm not sure if Araki would do something like this, but that'd be hilarious if he did. If he worked in some kind of "you're already dead,"
he kind of did
with Shigechi. Yeah, that's true.
It was.
Yeah,
and God, that was terrifying. Like the idea that Shigechi was so scared that he's like, "Don't you move, or I'll have them cut your whatchamacallit artery. Yeah, your carotid artery. Don't you make me do it."
That was great.
He was so specifically like, "I'll give you a very specific threat, like JoJo's, but I don't remember what it's called because I'm in middle school." And that's what it's called.
But it goes to show that Harvest could actually be a very lethal stab. Like anytime humans are squishy meat sacks, you poke them and the liquid leaks out and they die. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I would say though that I like that the way this part has handled Kira so far by giving us actual omniscient perspective into his life is very cool because in some weird way, I mentioned this in the previous stuff where he was trying to get his sandwich back. It made us sort of root for him just to get his sandwich back, right?
Exactly.
Because it was just for that. But then you forget, wait, no, he's a serial killer. He's actually a psycho murderer. Why are we rooting for this guy to get his sandwich back? No, let's have him be discovered.
And then eventually it's get the hand back.
Yes, but sorry, yes, you're right, the hand. Yeah, but then when this whole thing is happening with Shigechi, the tables have turned so hard that we're just Shigechi, run. Just don't. I don't care what his stand is. Just get out of there.
That's actually something that I'm okay. It could just be something where it's like rule of cool. Don't think too much about the details. Or it could be potentially giving us some insight into how his stand works. But the fact that he didn't when Shigechi had his hand in the bag, right? He could have just had it burn up and vanish without a trace, right? Or is there some condition where that only happens once he breaks up and finds a new hand, or something like that? If there were those kinds of conditions,
I don't think he had Killer Queen touch it yet. I think that's part of it.
Sure, I suppose, but it seems like that's if that's the case, then that could be another piece of information, because since that seems to be the standard procedure, right, of how he deals with these things, it would make sense that he would do it earlier on, right? And he just does that, and then he has it ready when he needs to.
So then it's a character flaw of where he was, I missed that hand, I want that hand back.
Sure, yeah, it could be a character flaw, it could be a thing of some condition where he can't do it unless something happens, or it could be something where there actually is a time limit, and because of that, he hadn't touched it yet. Or not recently enough, or something like that.
We're probably going to find out that he has a time limit, but it's going to be way longer than anything close to a day.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be something where it's like a year.
The real thing that I'm interested in is
maybe just the bomb is not as potent if he hasn't touched it.
Sure, yeah. Or if there's a limit on the number of bombs he can have at any given time.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
That feels like the real issue.
Yeah.
Because if you have a long time, it's like, okay, that's awesome. But if it's like a limit of you can have 10 bombs active at a given time. Oh, okay, that's cool. You can have 10,000. That's really cool.
Sure. Yeah, now that I think about it, though, the doorknob is too obscure, and he didn't really know about Josuke and Okuyasu being a threat at that point, so
Right.
Well, before this point. So
although he had seen them, so he knew at least what they looked like.
Yeah, but I don't think he would go into their school where it's like only high schoolers past this point basically touch the knob with Killer Queen, especially since it's a short range stand, which I actually think is one of the coolest like little bits of exposition they gave here. Is that Shigechi has seen enough stand users at this point to where he's now formulated the whole you have a power type. I'm like, I see you, Araki. That's cool.
Yeah,
but by saying that means that Kira was there when he touched that doorknob.
Right.
Which means that Kira was
hence the opposite window.
Right, but Kira was potentially
in the school
at some point in the past.
Yeah. Oh.
And why would that be?
Well, okay. Well, we know he was in the school, even if it wasn't that area of the school, when he was trying to get the hand back and they were in the gym locker area and whatnot.
Yeah, that was Shigechi's school though.
No, but it's the same school.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then there's just it's
just the basement.
Well, right, and they had the sign that was like, this area is for the high schoolers, so no middle schoolers past this point, kind of a thing.
Sure, right.
Which then makes sense why he knows. Okay, so Josuke and Okuyasu, I don't know like their last names or things like that, but I know that they go to this school and I know what they look like.
Wow. Yeah. If this guy is as smart as like Batman in terms of like prep time and stuff like that.
Oh boy.
It doesn't really matter how many people you then send after him because his whole thing is about like, wait, I'm only going to fight when I'm really ready to fight. Other than that, I want to live a quiet life, so I'm just going to hide and be invisible.
Good thing this guy can't stop time, because that would... Like, if he could stop time and do this, that would just be... there would be absolutely no stopping him at that point.
Well, one of the things that I've kind of been wondering, and I think Koichi's stand is going to be the exploration of that, is the idea of stands... Evolving, growing. It's not really necessarily growing with the stand, but it's more the user just getting more proficient with the abilities that they have.
Well, and it did change forms at one point, so there's that.
Well, I think Koichi's might be unique in that regard.
Sure.
I think the changing form bit might be... are you talking about Killer Queen?
No.
You're talking about Echoes, right?
Echoes, yeah.
Yeah. Because Killer Queen, I think, came more into form, but there was an aspect of Killer Queen that had like a skull, kind of more intense look, and then there was like it wasn't fully formed yet. But I think that was just more for the terror of scaring.
It's intimidation mode versus like, okay, now style.
Yeah, style, exactly. Iraqi mode, basically.
Right.
Yes.
Come on, can't have costumes that are just a bunch of skulls.
Yeah, we need to have people be able to cosplay this,
Exactly.
Like,
well, we need to be able to sell this at actual stores,
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Kids stores,
Right.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
that's
boy.
where the real money is.
Yeah.
But this was a very, very good way to build up our antagonist here, and it's not over in terms of the linear aspect of this, with carrying over into the plot twist of us potentially having a Killer Queen versus Star Platinum plus maybe Echoes.
Yeah,
we'll see.
And however the chase goes after that. And we still haven't...
Which way it goes.
Well, and we also still haven't gotten back to that whole Josuke time travel shenanigans that was seeded back before. Like, is this something...
I'm just waiting. I'm not really going in too hard into that. I'm just kind of like letting it kind of just be there. And if they ever bring it up, then I'll be like, yeah, of course.
But just as a theory, just in case this ends up being it, and this is crazy, but Kira wins. And that's how he ends up being so terrifying, is that he wins and he's like taking everybody out, right?
But that's not his desire.
No, yeah. Just as the result of the things that happen, so that he can get a peaceful life, right? Because people know things and he can't have them know things, so he can go back to his peaceful life or whatever. It ends up happening, and then Crazy Diamond ends up basically being like, okay, I'm going to punch myself that doesn't heal myself, but I'm going to send myself back to an earlier state in time. Well,
that's literally a thing.
But
okay, it's a cool theory. Pour over it and stuff in between episodes and stuff like that.
Time travel, man. Time travel.
So yeah. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction discussion, guys. If you want to see the next episode's reaction discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. Yes. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about these stories or about how the community is discussing things and stuff in spoiler channels or non-spoiler stuff with us. Or, whatever. Or other kinds of stories like the one Jacob just wrote called
Battle Lines. Yes, my sci-fi novel. It's pretty great. Link in the description to Amazon where you can purchase it. Help support me with that. But it's also a pretty great book. I think you'll be surprised. So
yeah. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.